Hello my friends, greetings from the metal shop. We are under the Jeep. Nothing terribly exciting on tap for today. I'm going to do an oil change. I think I'm going to swap in the Optima red top battery, and I'll probably do the plug wires and the coil cap and rotor deal. So I'll take you along for the ride. Pretty boring, you know, pretty first grade automotive type stuff, real entry level, but what the hell. So anyway, I'm under the Jeep. That is a 5/8 inch drain plug, and I think it says 1020 on it. I don't know if that's for the weight of the oil you're supposed to use. I don't know, we'll see. So I've got my drain pan under here, got cardboard, because inevitably when you, maybe this comes with experience, whenever you open one of these darn things up, it always shoots out where you're not anticipating it to, and I always end up making a mess. So we're definitely not going to see that, because I'm definitely going to use both hands. I'm going to try and catch it and not spill a drop. So let's see how we do. Ha ha ha. All right, so we didn't do too bad. A few drops splattered, but that's because it didn't come out like a nice steady stream like I expected. It kind of dribbled along the oil pan. But what the hell, this is an old Jeep. Old stuff doesn't have a steady stream like it used to. Right, guys? Anyway, oh yeah, I also let the Jeep run for a while before this, get the oil nice and hot so it'll all drain out of there. I know they hate it at the quickie lube places when you bring them vehicles that are boiling hot to change the oil, but it's really better that way. All that old oil will pour right out. Got some rags handy, of course, and for me that is success. So we'll go up to the top and we'll add some royal purple and good royal purple filter, and we'll do the plug wires and the Optima battery. All right, my friends? All right, so got the filter off. Looks like a murder scene under here. I make a mess doing this. I mean, I'm just a shade tree hack. You know, honestly I don't do a lot of oil changes myself, but I figured on the Jeep with the height it would be easier. A little bit, I guess. So got the old filter off using the good old strap wrench. It was on there a little tight. It really only needs to be hand tight, no big deal. So here's a nice new royal purple filter. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil here on the seal. I'm gonna fill this up. Probably I'm not gonna fill it up full because of the way this one goes on here in the Jeep. It's down in there. You see it right there next to the painted red motor mount. You can see the threads. So it goes in on a pretty healthy angle. So I'll fill it about halfway. I think I can pour in there and get that on without draining fresh oil down onto the ground anymore. Anyway, there's the cheap parts store battery we're going to swap out, and there you can see the plug wires, and the coil is right down there. See it right there? Bolted right to the block even. Nice aftermarket wrinkle valve cover up there with a good old 710 cap. Oh wait, I must be reading that upside down. Oil, that's it. It says oil cap in there. So anyway, stand by. So I got it about 3/4 full, not on purpose, just happened that way, and I was able to get it on without spilling any oil. I did tighten it up pretty good by hand. It's pretty hard to reach down in there with this lifted Jeep and your arms are completely stretched out. So I did give it, you know, say a 1/4 turn with the strap wrench for those who are keeping score. So, and I am using, let's see, I did my research ahead of time. I forgot even what I got. Using 10W30 for high mileage, with a high mileage engine. Like I said, that's what was recommended for this. So I got a funnel and we'll dump in some oil. I'm not even sure exactly how much. Maybe I'll check the owner's manual, or I gotta get back online. We'll see. Alright, so there's times when being a hoarder pays off. I got the Optima battery installed, even that little funky aftermarket stereo terminal for the positive that you can see there, which is a 5mm to take that on and off. But do you see this nifty hold down here? That is a reproduction for a 1964 through 1966 Thunderbird. And I didn't have to drill holes in the battery tray underneath or anything. It just, there were a couple, there was a slot in one side and a hole in the other side, and I was able to just bend one just a tiny little bit, and it doesn't fit perfectly, but that's because it's an Optima battery. If it was a rectangular battery, it would fit perfectly. And honestly, there should be a hold down, holding your battery down in a Jeep. I mean, these things are meant to be taken off-road and they're bouncing around, and this battery could easily bounce up and out, you know? So, cool on me for repurposing the 66 Thunderbird repop battery hold down. So I looked for the owner's manual, didn't find it. I found a Wrangler tips and tricks from Chrysler, and I found a warranty information, but no owner's manual in there, of course. So I don't know what happens to these things, who takes these things. So we're getting ready to put the oil in. It does take 6 quarts. Most of you Jeep guys know that. And I wanted to just show you a quick trick, a little top tip. Now you see these oil bottles, they're designed like this for a reason, and I'm not going to demonstrate it because I haven't put the oil fill back in yet, and I've been trying real hard to start putting oil in before putting that fill plug back in, but I'm not going to do it. Anyway, these are designed to be poured like this. So when you go to add oil, it will pour very nicely just like that. That's why this bottle is designed like that. And I know this might seem obvious to you guys who are mechanically inclined, much more so than me, but somebody had to teach me that trick, so pass it on to you. While we're at it, coolant. These bottles, they're designed the way they are for a reason too. And it's not, you don't pour it like this. What it's designed to do is pour on its side like that, and it will come out in a nice smooth stream on its side like that. If you try and do anything else, and you guys who've tried know this, you try it like this or like that, you're gonna get the gurgle, the glug 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 glug, and it's gonna splash 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 as it comes out. So another top tip. So what I did find, I'm also gonna put the E3 spark plugs in, obviously, when I do the plug wires in a little bit. I did find something nifty, cool little piece of automotive archaeology. No owner's manual, but I did find the original window sticker. How cool is that? I love stuff like this. So this was a Jeep Wrangler Sahara, and it was absolutely loaded. Base price $15,537. Total price in $1995, $21,728. And you can see all of the stock options that it comes with here. I'll leave that on there. Maybe you guys can pause if you're so inclined and read that, so on and so forth. But over here are the pay options, and we have anti-locking brakes, $599, rear track lock differential, $278, rear window defroster, $164, air conditioning. See, I knew the guy I bought this from said that his uncle, who he bought it from, had this air conditioning added aftermarket. I'm like, that's stock air conditioning. All the plumbing, the compressor underneath, that's all stock, and I knew it was stock. Anyway, air conditioning, non-CFC refrigerant, $878. Add a trunk lockable storage, so that's the swing down thing covering the back that's covering the subwoofer. Federal emissions, $128. Engine block heater, I didn't know I had an engine block heater, $31. $225, $75, $15. OWL all-terrain tires, 5 of them. Looks like $308. And hardtop group spice. So it comes with a hardtop with deep tinted glass, rear wiper washer for $923. $237 for the sport aluminum wheels. And last but not least is the destination charge. And now the destination charge is about $1,000. So that's about $1,500 that you're paying. It's definitely over $1,000. This was sold to Bourneval Inc., 720 Lafayette Road, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So I don't know if Bourneval was a dealer or what the deal was there. Oh yeah, more optional equipment in the Sahara package. Sahara group decor, bumper extensions, tow hooks, convenience group, center floor console, intermittent wipers, courtesy light, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, that was a $2,000 option for the Sahara. Nice. So that's kind of cool. I'm so glad they left this. I mean, I wish they left the owner's manual, but I'd rather have this. I'm sure I can find an owner's manual on eBay or whatever, but I'd much rather have the original sticker. 15 city, 18 highway. Nice. Get a gander at that Hurst shifter. Love it. Absolutely love it. That thing is the bomb. All right, stand by. All right, my friends, so where do we leave off? Got the 6th quart going in. Started removing the spark plugs. Ran into some issues. Nothing spectacular, but if you look down there, the one right down there, the air conditioning compressor gets in the way, so you really can't use a standard spark plug wrench. I also couldn't get the spark plug wrench on the number 2 that you can just see there. So, my toolkit, maybe yours is different. It's my spark plug wrench, my 5/8 spark plug wrench, only has a 1/2 inch drive on it. I really needed something with a 3/8, so I use this nifty little T-handle deal here to get the spark plugs out. I have been finding that they were Bosch Platinum plugs, and they look really nice, with a crisp, kind of a golden brown to them, just the way they should look. So that's cool. I also marked the plug wires, and you can see that there. And I took a picture of it on my phone just for the hell of it. And let's see. So we're gonna do number 3 here. I think I might get called on account of rain. It's starting to drizzle here just a little bit. Here you can just see the number 3 plug there. So let's see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one-handed. That's the standard spark plug wrench right there. There we go. Nothing to it. It has a little rubber grommet deal inside, and it grabs the spark plug for you, which is pretty handy. I really had issues with the one here behind the air conditioning compressor because I dropped the plug in there and I had a hell of a time getting it out. I also couldn't get the boot off. I had to use needle nose pliers to get the boot off there. I'm changing them anyway, but I was very careful, just in case. Not yet. Isn't this exciting? Watching me get an 1/8 of a turn at a time. Not that, not yet. There we go. So looky, see. Pretty nice Bosch Platinum plugs, in good shape. The other thing I found out is when I went to pick up my oil container, I found surprises just keep on coming with this Jeep. There was nowhere near 6 quarts. There's no way I drained out 6 quarts. I mean, lucky if, I give them the benefit of the doubt and say there were 4, but it was probably more like 3. So, I'll give you just a real quick pause here, my friends. Alright, so there you can see the Bosch Platinums. Let me orient these so that they look right. They all look pretty nice. And, whatever. Our basic tune-up here, we're doing the E3 spark plugs, which don't need to be gapped, which is nice, but they still need just a little dab of anti-seize. I always use the anti-seize. Just take it, be nice to the next guy who's going to change your spark plugs. Little dab of anti-seize. I know this is, Auto Shop 101 here, but someone had to teach me this stuff one day as well. So give a quick pause. Alright, so the only other trick is, again, pretty much common knowledge here. When you're starting the spark plug, don't do it with a wrench. You can put it in the socket, but get that thing started by hand so you don't cross thread it and that thing. Thread it in there nicely. So we'll put the wrench on it, tighten her up, and continue on down. Stand by. Alright, so where are we? All spark plugs changed, got the spark plug wires removed. what I wanted to show you is, can you see that down there? Sorry, I'm running out of light here. The coil is mounted directly to the block. Put a light right on it. Sorry about this. Anyway, I think you can just see it in there. Right here, my finger is right there, and another boss right there, where the bracket, the coil bracket, is mounted directly to the block. Anyway, so here it is. Don't make the same mistake I did. These right here are the bolts that you can see. That one, this sucks, sorry. This one here is the one you can see. This one here that you can see, but they are a nut and a bolt holding it to the back side. These are the ones that need to be removed off the block here and there. Alright, hang on, I'll give this a mercy, pause and go inside where I guess. Alright, so we got a little bit of light in here. Anyway, this is where it's mounted to the block, and it's kind of like a stud. This looks like something somebody's cobbed up here. And I only had one stud. This other one here was broken. And it came right out, so some mechanics, super lazy, just didn't bother to replace it. I mean, literally cracked it with a wrench and spun it off with my fingers. So anyway, take this bracket here, the entire bracket off the Jeep, remove the whole thing, and then we'll switch out the coil. We'll do it inside here on the bench. Yeah, this won't focus. Man, my camera work is just outstanding right now. There we go. You can see up here, they have the old distributor cap, and I have the new one with the new plug wires, which are really nice, thick, heavy-duty plug wires. The only thing I'm concerned about is the coil wire is, dear God, it's twice as big as it needs to be. There's the original coil wire. There's this one. So it's obviously for more than one application, but criminy. I mean, I just... Anyway, I'm completely out of light. Starting to rain outside. It's cold, so I'm knocking off for the day. I will follow up when we wrap this job up. Cool. All right, so it's a day 2. The installation, the basic tune-up here. You can see I got the live wires set up, and I have all the cables oriented. When I showed you this originally, half of them were on incorrectly. Duh. But you can see that's the spark plug boot there, and the other end is clearly for the cap, for the distributor cap. The Performance Distributors gives you a nice little tube of dielectric grease, and I have a good dab in each boot, and they say that they won't actually, it's a warranty, they won't cover it under warranty if you don't use the dielectric grease, because the suction from the spark plug boot is actually so great that it can make it impossible to pull the wire off without just destroying it. All right, so over here, here's the bracket that holds the coil to the engine block. Man, I can't think today. I just went over it with POR 15 spray paint, the top coat. This was just a little rusty. I prefer the Jeep green. I got to pick up some of that paint there. There's the old coil, new coil. This will bolt right in place there, like so, and then mount to the block. So over here, that's the stock setup, I believe. It's been monkeyed with before from Jeep. It's 5/16 by 18 thread studs. I went to my local hardware store. I couldn't really find any. I had the 5/16 18, but then it was went to fine thread, 5/16 24 at the other end, which is a pretty common thing to do. So I'm just going to kind of monkey around with these studs. There must be a reason that they use studs in there. Probably when I go to put it on, I'll find out that that's why they did it. So yeah, let's pause and we'll get this thing going. All right, so I'm not happy right now. I got this mounted on the engine block, tried to plug it in. I thought initially that the plug didn't fit. It does fit, and in doing so, I'm looking at this, and look at this. This thing is broken. This is how it came to me. Okay, see this notch here in the top? It should have a little clippy like so there, and it's just completely broken out of this one. And this is how it came to me. I swear to you guys, that's how it came to me. So I mean, project is halted for right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I honestly, Performance Distributors right now they're not my favorites in the world. I went to buy some wire looms for the live wires, and they make special billet looms for these, proprietary, because the live wires are so big. They're very expensive, and they whacked me $28 for UPS ground shipping for a couple little small parts. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going from here, but I'm at a complete standstill. So sorry guys, but I'll have to follow up with you later. Take care. All right, my friends. So I've taken a breath, chilled out a little bit. I went ahead and installed the coil with the broken connector on there. I put a little dielectric grease in just to hold it in place. As I said before, I ordered those wire loom separators from Performance Distributors. I'm going to give them a call tomorrow, see if they'll send me out a replacement coil. I'll even pay for it if I have to, and send back this one I took pictures just in case. So you see I have all the wires in place. Looks pretty good. Some of them are a little dirty engine compartment. So triple checked everything. Should be in good shape here. One last check, checking all those boots. Just make sure that they're all on there, all except for number 1, which you really can't reach. I guess you can get in there. So yeah, let's see if she starts and fires right up. Don't want to take you along for that journey without giving you the gratification of the end result. So let's see. That's a good sign. Fires right up. Sounds to be running, seems to be running all right. Sounds good. Pretty sure I got the firing order correct. Well, I'll let you know how it turns out. As always, my friends, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Give me a share to your friends. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments. I still respond to all my comments. Committed to my viewers. All right, my friends, take care. Thanks again. Bye-bye.